All right, so we've come to the free game segment of the pod in Cocoa House.
What would you say, in your opinion, is the industry's biggest myth?
There's just vibes. I think people feel like because of how fun it is, that there's no there shouldn't be a structure to it, or professionalism, and that's like the biggest myth you ever hear. Because
if anything, you
need to be
the
more
most
professional.
Because it's easy to derail real quick,
especially
with people that have bloodline.
So what about you? What's
biggest myth? Huh?
That was with that.
I have no idea. I'd like skip me for that. Let's do Santi. Well, it's not really Santi. It says rapid fire questions, so I feel like
Wait.
Quick, Fireboy or Kiss Daniel?
Fireboy, Kiss Daniel.
Fireboy.
Shows within Africa or shows outside Africa?
Shows within Africa.
Same. Tequila or wine? Tequila. You're a wine girl.
You know what's funny? I am a wine girl. Okay, let's just go with wine. I was going to say these days I'm kind of leaning towards tequila because I wake up without a headache.
Fair.
Yes. And the problem with wine is like Nigerian jollof. If it's not good, it's not good. But when it's good, it's really good. Do you understand? I've said this thing about Ghana jollof and Nigerian jollof. Ghana jollof is more, what's the English? It's very, the same. Almost anybody. It's very easy to make. But Nigerian jollof, if you make one mistake somewhere, you
don't fry the pepper well.
Yes, it's not the same. But so that's the same way I feel about wine, because there's some wine like it could come one grade down and all of a sudden you have heartburn, you know, and then you have some wine. You see, even
Sandyman in my
there's this one that people do. There's like a whole big thing now. Everybody's drinking Moscato. There's a bottle of Moscato that's like 9 or 6 something in Ebano. There's another bottle of Moscato, the one that is green with the yellow on it, that's like 20 something. Yeah. There's a difference.
Yeah, Sandyman is my favorite wine. But then when I'm being...
But any tequila you drink, yeah, fine.
Anytime I'm drinking that wine.
Actually, water. That's my answer.
Tequila or wine?
There's always a third. Anybody that tells you only have two choices is a lie. Even in life, there's always a third. There's always a third option. There's always a third. So water. Final answer.
Her answer is all.
Water. Wait.
Why are Africans so dope?
Why are Africans so dope? What kind of question is that?
We're genuine.
Like if we have to justify that, then it means that there's a reason and someone else can duplicate that. There's no reason. It's just what it is.
It is what it
is. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, we are just dope.
What's the most underrated skill in the music industry? The ability to face front. Like to actually. I don't think this is what we're saying about vibes. Because there's vibes everywhere. You must catch the vibes but keep running. You must catch it but you must keep running.
Strategy. Strategy. If we were to give a name to it, it's definitely strategy.
So what's your strategy?
People always like have an idea of where they want to go or like what they want to do. Right. Sometimes that skill is really taken. Like people don't take that as anything, because it's like by the time you now it's like oh yeah. Once the person that brings the idea of getting there, like they feel like that's the person, and then the person that actually says, oh, this is how we can get there. That strategy person is not really.
It's why people don't really like to pay for consultancy. They say, I need 5 minutes of your time. Just want to pick your brain a little.
Don't pick I don't ever like to pick my brain again.
My brain. That's like
my time.
$300 an hour. But anyways.
My brain.
Let me ask you one question. Actually, no, let me read this.
If symptoms persist.
My family reunion in December was the first time since the pandemic that my entire family was meeting physically. Some people even came with their friends, and it was indeed fun. I need to walk around. Sorry. On one of the days during dinner, my aunt told me to accompany her to her hotel room to get something she had gotten for me. We got to her floor, and she opened the door, and there they were, my 62-year-old uncle and two of his longtime male friends having a threesome in the room. My aunt took me outside after she recovered from the shock and promised me not to say anything to anyone. We went back to dinner, and we haven't spoken about it ever since. Her daughter, my best friend, is my roommate in uni, and I've been suffering night after night for almost a year thinking of how not to tell her. What do you advise me to do?
The ability to face fronts is very important in this kind of situation. No? Underrated skill, because she needs to face her fronts right now. Her best friend's uncle, nigga, nothing. What do you want me to do?
Hey, you seen it.
The man. So this is the thing, right? I don't think it's her place to tell her friend that her father is bisexual or gay, or that she's seen him doing some heinous acts, especially if his mother, like the mother. This is so discombobulated.
I generally find that I find the point or the fact that people think you see something means that you have to say something quite interesting. I don't, like, you've seen it, okay, but how?
Apply tact, that's just it. And it's like, I'm with your mom. If your mommy has not told you about your daddy in a family,
then someone else. Well, see, my own is the fact that in this scenario, anything that she's seen, how does it directly impact the girl's life? If it doesn't, then I don't think that there's like oh my gosh, I have to say something. And she saw him maybe molesting a younger person, right? You have to say something. If you walked in and you saw him, I don't know, sleeping with the daughter's boyfriend, then you have to say something. But it's sleeping with two people that are also older men by themselves, except you're going to go and tell those people's wives. In which case, also sometimes I feel like, what's your business with them? But anyways, not my call. My own is in this particular scenario. Like, if it doesn't directly affect the other person, like, I don't see why you have to go tell her someone else's business. You walked into the wrong room at the wrong time, bro. But
let's leave it at that. But see, honestly, I don't feel like she needs to do literally anything. She just needs to be comfortable enough with the fact that she saw what she saw, and it is what it is.
Money, she cannot be comfortable. That's the problem here. She really believes that she has a right to
tell
say
a friend.
something. Teach me your favorite slang or saying in your language or any language. Ooh, je t'aime. Sorry.
Woman love gone.
Jamo my love.
You know my favorite song? Yoshi.
Wow.
Don't have time.
That. I need water.
I don't have time for nonsense. I don't have time for rubbish. And I'm not gonna take your nonsense. And I'm not gonna take your rubbish. Me Orion, she's Yoruba.
Whose song is that?
That's mine. Original K. Hello, Africa. This is Kulupsy, and I'm from Nigeria. You're watching Cold Purewater, Cold Mineral Podcast.
Hello, Africa. My name is Titi from Nigeria, and you're listening to Cold Purewater, Cold Mineral Podcast.